Beloved, I have the distinct honor and pleasure, and beloved, listen, for those of you watching, this is election season, and there's a lot on the line. We saw the verdict in the Chauvin case, but as I said earlier, that's not the end of it. We've got a long way to go, and much of what we have to do depends on who represents us at the highest levels of government. And so I announced a few weeks ago that our member, Brother Alvin Bragg, is running for New York County District Attorney. Now, in all of the United States of America, the New York County District Attorney is the most prestigious office. And, beloved, when we look at the crime and the injustice that's in the streets of not only New York County, but all of New York City and across this nation, we need skilled representatives, not men and women who can just buy an office. We need people who can lead us and articulate for us. He's a son of Harlem, Alvin Bragg is, a family man, a highly skilled, experienced attorney and legal executive, and he's dedicated his career to standing up for those in power, standing up to those in power and fighting for justice. And he's come this morning to share with our congregation, his congregation. He's a member here. He was raised here. He teaches Sunday school here, about who he is and what he hopes to do. So sit back, beloved. Don't get in a rush today. Just take it easy. It's raining outside, and you need to hear this and then spread the word. So take a moment to hear Brother Alvin Bragg, hear his appeal concerning his candidacy for New York County District Attorney. Brother Alvin Bragg.
Thank you, Reverend Butts. Thank you for that introduction. Thank you for the opportunity to speak and for a lifetime of mentorship and guidance. To our other esteemed clergy, to the diaconate, the trustees, my fellow Sunday school teachers, my Sunday school students, and to all, I say good morning and God bless you. Raised in the village of Harlem, I had a gun pointed at me 6 times, 3 by the NYPD, during lawless stops, and 3 by people who were not police officers. After the first gunpoint stop by the NYPD, I saw our pastor, Reverend Butts, and he guided me through how to file a civilian complaint. That was the beginning of my advocacy. I left Harlem and went to Harvard for college and law school, the Morehouse of the North, and then came right back here and got to work. Started out as a civil rights lawyer, then became a federal prosecutor, ultimately was the #2 lawyer in the New York State Attorney General's office, leading the charge against the racist policies of the Trump administration. I'm a civil rights lawyer again now, and several hours before the Derek Chauvin guilty verdict came back, I was in court. I represent Eric Garner's mother, Gwen Carr, and we were fighting for justice. Among other things, we all know that Mr. Garner was killed, but there was an officer who left the scene, went to the precinct and lied, said that no force was used in killing Mr. Garner. That officer didn't know there'd be a videotape, but he's still on the force. He hasn't been disciplined. So we were in court fighting for justice. So when hours later the Chauvin verdict came down, I did not rejoice. I prayed for a renewed spirit because there is so much work to be done. And that's why I'm running for Manhattan District Attorney, to fundamentally reform a system that would send militarized police after Mr. Floyd over an alleged counterfeit bill, or Mr. Garner after an alleged sale of loose cigarettes. A system that needs to be reformed because it's rife with racial disparities. And a system, as our pastor notes, that doesn't focus on the real harm in our communities, like the gun trafficking. So there's much work to be done, church, and I pray that you would join with me in this fight. And I know from growing up downstairs in the vestry in Sunday school that the word is with us. I learned there first about the prophet Isaiah, who said that if we stay with the Lord, our strength will be renewed. We will mount on wings like eagles. We will run and not be weary, walk and not faint. This church has poured so much love into me. I want to be district attorney so I can go and be a vessel for all of us to deliver for Harlem true justice, accountability, and fairness. I ask that you pray for me, and I pray that you join me in this fight. And I know if we work together, we can deliver justice for Harlem. Thank you, Reverend Butts. God bless you.
Dearly beloved, you won't hear a clearer, more concise statement than that. And I'm telling you, there are a lot of people out here trying to buy, B-U-Y, that office. And for all right-thinking residents of New York County, I think that you should vote your choice, vote your heart, vote your passion. And this young man who has come up in our church deserves your attention. He carries the values of the best of us. And so get on the phone and tell your friends and neighbors who live in New York County to come out and cast their vote according to the best choice that's out there. And many of us in this church believe that it's Alvin Bragg, without question, passionate about this, especially in light of what we see happening in our nation today. Thank you for joining us today, Brother Bragg.